Same idea, right? And this is important. Put the music a little lower, Anita, for the computer. Please, thank you. One of the things that we're gonna pay attention based on questions, right? That happens. One thing that don't forget, right? Or try to remember, or whatever sounds more positive. I think don't forget is negative. Maybe you will forget because of that, right? Have to remember to allow the hips to move, right? To let the hips to move. To we find the vertical line to be very vertical in the ground, right? Now, and the distances, right, is very important. We're gonna talk slower about that because it's very important for you to want this. Yes, Anita's doing there is correct. To keep the foot more in this position and not in this position, right? It's more in that angle. And what we're gonna pay attention in the moment, you see what I all the time I'm talking about, to go with no bending the knee, and I said to pick the heel out of the ground, right? Because of the distance, right? So the body need open a little bit more the feet. For I don't know you, okay, this is open, sorry. Open a little bit more the feet to you have a more spread a little bit more the feet, yeah. So when you going and you're not gonna bend the knee, you're gonna see that you got stuck and you need to reach the axis. The heel will come out, right? And we don't want, right, the hip come out or the standing leg bend. And no, I want to just let the heel coming out because of the distance, right? But the important part that you're gonna pay attention today a lot is when we come back to that. How are the body is rolling back, right? So when you go there, let it get out. And when you come back to there, you're rolling to the same spot, more or less, right? And I need to you noticing and analyzing all the mass of the work, right? Because what happens is sometimes when we go here, you see, I am not going back present to my bunion. No, I come back to the back. Yeah, I going to my heel. I am not going to my toe, and I feel pressure on the shin in front. I don't feel pressure there. I feel like I'm going backward. So when I land, I roll to the back. I land and I roll to the back. One of the typical mistakes is going to happen on beginner part and many areas, not just beginner, right? Because sometimes we're going to land and we do this, right? So we pivot our feet, we're going there. This is wrong, right? We do a side step, we're doing, we pivoting. That's not good, right? Because then we're doing the inward hips, right? The pitch on toes, right? But what I'll be looking for is we need a long life in our feet, because for walking and of course for tango primarily, because I plan to dance to 147-year-olds. This will be my time. I need my feet to be with me for all the period, right? If I press there, like by now I press in that direction, I feel already my toe aching and start like crying, right? But if I receive and I walk to the back, right? And my side step specific, I go to the back, it's the same feeling when you go backward. But you should have in the side steps the same feeling as you going backward. You should not have an pressure and pain on the knee or pain in the bunion. Shouldn't, right? So you need to feel how the foot is rolling to the back. The easy way to analyze the movement is, for me, right? Maybe it's another way, right? But in my case, when I split and I go here and with my leg straight, and how my heel come out of the ground, I let it come back. And that gives me the sensation of how I should lengthen when I walk into my lateral steps, right? But this is the typical, like we can head our feet, and it's normal, eh? And again, as some of you know, like Andy know, and some of the guys know, when you feel something on your body annoying, let me know, right? Immediately. Don't wait 3 months because they're gonna be late, right? Immediately, you know, you feel something, you have a physical therapy, for example, you have physical therapy, you have somebody who you know, okay, I feel something off. Okay, ask. It doesn't kill. Ask, because that will help you out, right? So we go in there and try to shift a little bit more the axis toward the top of the leg and feel how the heel come out. This is important. The heel lengthen. Now I in the center. Poof, I feel grounded. Remember the word grounded. This is a big thing. It's not the ground. The ground is in the pelvic floor. As you guard, yeah, the guard gets heavy on the pelvic floor. And then you're gonna hear those things in ballet to say you need to go up and down at the same time. The people try to figure it out and push on the floor. Just feel heavy, all you got, heavy on the pelvic floor. That's it, nothing else. No, don't kill your knee, don't break your toes, don't break your bones, doing those stuff, right? So when you feel that groundedness and your body, my volume, my belly here, right, my ravioli is moving to the side, right? By now, as a exercise, right, I don't bend my legs. I feel like I need to go and I need the space, and that space is in the heel. Oh, now I am on top of my body. And then let the heel, very beautiful, that one. I love that one. Because you pay attention a lot how the heel is going down. Beautiful there. Because the heel, you feel the difference, right? Because not pushing there. For example, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's depends on the technique, and sometimes the technique is executed wrong. Some people, they dance the mambo and pressing with the toes. Later on, the buño is this big, out and painful, because they pressing toward the toe, toward the joint, and toward the bone, and this is not correct. So you need to arrive to the back. Arrive to the back. At least the longer you go in tango, arrive to the back, right? So we're gonna go here, balancing. On the balancing, I see a lot of feet, and all the feet are different, right? Because where the people ask me a lot of time, where my weight should be on my standing leg? As an access point, is going to be very much on the arch line. That's the fin of the axis. Now, as a reference point on your body, yeah, you should find what is the center of the heel of your own body, because my center will be different than somebody else, right? Because depending on the volume, how slimmer or how are you want to feel the pressure a little bit different. So it has a center line on the back, on the heel. Okay, at the same time, you're gonna feel it on the sit bone, right? And at the same time, you're gonna feel it on the ball of the foot, more or less. For some people, it will be between second and third and fourth in that area, no more than that. If you feel the pressure on the fifth toes, yeah, the pinky one, that's not correct. It should be around second, third, fourth, depending on the shape of the feet. Some feet are more elongated, some of them are more square, some of them are more flat, bigger, but more or less the center between second and third and fourth. I didn't see people have a pressure on the third, because it's going to be very painful, because it's very bony there. So it's going to be more between second and third and fourth, okay? This is just to start to pay attention, right? So now, let's go from here in that leg with the elevator up, yeah, and the elevator down. Yeah, we go to the side step. Now, when we lengthen to the back, yeah, center of the feet, and again, elevation, right? And I would like to, in the elevation, I know it's a lot what you're going to ask him for to do today, right? The person who needs this is not here today, but if it does happen to that person, everybody is going to need it, right? When we do the elevation, yeah, okay, we're moving the foot in and out. When we go into here, I know the foot rotate, but we're not going to try to rotate too much, right? We're going to try to keep it the more quiet possible to the foot is in place and not doing this, right? We don't want that. We have those actions for another moment. But in this momentum, we need to keep it quiet to we know that we're going up and we're going down, right? Side step, roll back, arrive, and we're going. Second, third, fourth, third, second, woo, first, no push me please. And we landing again. I always accuse somebody, right? I didn't lose my body. Somebody pushed me. They're ghosting here, right? Oh no, the AC is too far. It's too strong. There you go. One more on this side. And there you go, right? One of the things that you're gonna notice, we're gonna do 2 more times, but I'm gonna do it slowly. I'm not gonna flex to do. Right? I'm gonna let my foot kind of like a point, but I'm not gonna point neither, right? Because I don't wanna force it. I want relaxation, right? And try to find the relaxation you feet, so your feet are hanging down, right? And you're gonna need to have it to control to have that, right? Because you're gonna try to do this, and you're gonna feel the pressure on the calves right here and the muscle. You don't have to be relaxed. Yeah, the more relaxed possible. That way the joint is free to elevate or to go up and down. Right? Good. Listen now. We're gonna have a lapis. We're gonna cross. Lapis. We're gonna cross again. Today we're gonna use the cross. Right? We allow the body to go and to come back. When you come back, you need to find how the body will compensate the balance. How the body will compensate the balance. It's very small, the adjustment, but the body has to compensate that balance. Okay. Let's do one more. Pique to the side. Arrive. Cross inner. Lapis. Lapis. Excellent. So we don't lose the balance, right? You see, we're going to lose the balance many times, right? What we need to do, stop everybody there. I need to you look yourself in the mirror, right? Because what you see, we dancing, we using very much the 3 senses to dance, right? The auditive, this is one of them. We hear the music. We have the tactile, que is what we feel and what we see. So when you look at me, you don't see what you feel. Because if you see my body doing something, you feel something else. That's why you lose the balance, right? But if you look at yourself, your body gonna calculate the distance visually, right? Because this is where, unfortunately, when we start to lose our vision, we lose the balance and we fall, right? Because we lose the balance, because we lose that sense. And to we getting stronger in that, we need to try to be patient with ourselves, right? And train ourselves to be in balance. Because then you're gonna find the balance much easier, right? So do side step again, left leg. Again. And lapis. Lapis. Look at yourself in the mirror, so you know you're gonna fall. There you go. I can see somebody asking me before we were talking, I think with you, NASA, right? I think we were talking about the mirror, right? Working with the mirror is not easier, right? You have to be get used to work with the mirror. It's very hard to look yourself in the mirror and do something. In that case, for me, I can look at the others and still do the exercise, right? But take a time, right, to train yourself. So look at better yourself and see how you're doing there. Well, for ochos, so again, in everything today, I want to be focusing in that sensation on the feet, how the feet are comfortable with us. Because our feet are going to be happy, right? Need to be there and feel how the transition is happening one to the other. Remember, we don't teleport. Okay, one more detail we're gonna correct here, right? Don't go forward to turn, right? We don't turn in here. I am not hiding, looking around the tree. Who is there? No. Pivoting, arrive. Open, pivoting, arrive. Open, pivoting, arrive. Walk, open, pivoting, arrive. Walk, open, pivoting, arrive. Walk, open, pivoting, arrive. Right? Now, we're gonna go backward, and then we're gonna talk about one more detail there, right? Let's say we send the leg, right? But be careful with this, guys. If not, I send my leg alone, because I'm gonna fall forward, because naturally the body is gonna compensate the weight. When you're gonna send the leg back, right? We're gonna send them earlier to receive our weight. We must move our axis. Yeah, and our axis is it's the head, hips, one line moving together. I distribute and arrive. I'm gonna cross to do the pivoting, right? I'm gonna cross to I can open and feel how my body gonna ask it to my leg to release, right? Because that release of the leg and the pivoting, it should happen more or less simultaneously. Not simultaneously because the leg is first. Because we're going again, not this, that. This is a scissors. You arrive, open, release, pivoting. Let the body go, send, arrive, open, pivoting. Let the body go, 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 arrive, open, pivoting, right? And try to control your own time, guys, okay? Don't try to go with my word, right? Let's say when you move your steps, follow the center of gravity, right? When your center of gravity moves, this is where your leg landing, right? Your center of gravity move, the leg landing right there, where your body says where are we going, right? You are not just doing this, right? You are not just going and falling. Yeah, you need to stay in place before you send the body. I know I need to control my verticality to send. I need to control my verticality to walk. I need to control my verticality to go. I need to control my verticality to go. Okay? Now, we're going forward. Arrive, control your verticality before you're going. Control your verticality before you're going. Control your verticality before you're going. Now, do you see where you play? I saw today was driving. You see what before I lost you and Brian, the next daily, the daily before it has that game. I don't know how you call it. That you trying the thing. That is like a little angle like this. So you do this, right? You move the gravity to throw that thing in the hole, right? The little whatever pillow, whatever it is. What is the bag with sand, whatever. You know what it is, right? That game. You do this and whoop-ah. That's what happened to you, right? When you going, your body moves and arrive. Yeah. You throwing that and that's your feet. Poof. So your leg is gonna enter where the gravity is. I mean that bag, you throw it, you calculate where it's gonna go. Does it happen this? Your body is the bag and you landing at the feet. Let it move, let it arrive. 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 Let's go backward. This is the same thing here, look. Let it move, arrive, right? So you need to feel like this sensation, the going and the expansion of the leg is one coordination. Yeah, move, arrive. move, arrive, move, arrive, move, arrive. Listen now. Forward, side, back. Forward, side, back. And remember, in that side step, I need you thinking forward. I know one, forward, side, back. Not that. It's a float. The pivoting happens, and for that reason, you're going to the side. Yeah, because of the pivoting happens, the foot is going to the side. Find the float. Forward, side, back. Forward, side, back. And now, feel this. We're going where? There, right? Because we're going forward, side, back. And again, forward, side, back. Let the chest go first. Forward, side, back. Everybody look into the mirror, right? When we go forward, we should be here. Hello, right? Forward. École, again. Forward. Too late. One more time. Forward, side, back. Again. Forward. That has a float. And again. Forward, side, back. Because it's not about the impulse. It's about when do you open. When do you open? When do you open? Again. When do you open? Again. When do you open? Again. When do you open? When do you open? Fantastic. When do you open? Right? Very nice. Let's go here. Back, side, forward. So you're going to go backward, right? Again. Back, side, open, forward, right? Forward. So you have it. Back, pivoting. You're going to be almost in a forward step. And forward again. Back, open, and cross. Back, open, and cross. Back, open, and cross. Back, open, and cross. Now, let's go to here. Back. This is the momento, right? Back, open, and cross. So that open, it should give you that sensation. Now, for the one who did the lesson today, is that the momento of the action. Back, cross, open. Let's try one more time. Back, pivoting, cross, walk forward. Back, pivoting, cross, walk forward. Back, pivoting, cross, walk forward. For those who are in the lesson on Saturday, on the middle time, noon, right? We have one part of the combination, and that's exactly this. Bye. Guys, thank you very much. Dance, enjoy the rest of the evening.